An ongoing focus on innovation is paramount to remaining competitive in an ever-changing marketplace. Nowhere is that more true than in the life sector of the insurance industry. I'm John Weber, and AM Best has just released a comprehensive report on innovation in the insurance industry titled Insurers Agree, Innovation is Critical for Future Success. Joining me now to talk more about that are financial analyst Kevin Vivaro and Associate Director Jason Hopper. And Jason, let's start with you. How is innovation impacting the life sector of the insurance industry?
Right, so there's been this perception, probably for quite some time, that life annuity insurers are somewhat lagging the other segments in terms of innovation, struggling to meet changing consumer demands, update their business model, and target consumers that fall outside their traditional penetration avenues. So those are the three main takeaways, I think, from the survey. And the results kind of bear out those perceptions. Roughly 60% of life annuity respondents agree that innovation is critical to their success of their organization over the next few years. However, at the same time, life annuity insurers also have the most pessimistic view of how well their segment is adopting and implementing innovation compared to the other three main sectors: reinsurance, PC, and health. More of the innovation efforts taken on by life annuity insurers have been more focused on the front end, being their agents have to be more quote-unquote active salesmen, if you will, compared to both PC and life. So there's been more focus and innovation on that side, whether it be through apps on their phone, more streamlined underwriting process, investing in more direct-to-consumer type distribution channels, everything kind of focusing on the overall customer experience and making that easier.
Kevin, what would you say are some of the big reasons that innovation is important to life annuity writers?
Well, according to the survey results, the big two items that life annuity writers came up with were addressing customer needs and gaining a competitive advantage. Now, both make sense, but addressing customer needs are very particular to the life annuity industry because compared to PC and health, life is more sold than it is bought. And what I mean by that is property casualty, you have auto if you drive. You need health coverage, but you don't need life insurance or an annuity per se. So you definitely need some more active salesmanship there. And if innovation can further enhance the ability of life insurers to meet the needs of their clients, they can penetrate the middle market and the millennial market that they've talked about for years now. And millennials in particular who may not realize the long-term value in these products, part of addressing their needs might be helping them discover and realize that those needs are there for them.
What are some of the big challenges that life insurers expect innovation to solve?
Well, there were three standout responses in the survey from life annuity insurers, and they were system or process inefficiencies, changing demographics, and disruption of the business model. For the system and process inefficiencies, that's been going on for a while now. A lot of companies have been trying to transfer from older legacy systems to newer, more efficient platforms. The changing demographic issue, which I mentioned before, is getting millennials to realize the long-term value of life and annuity products, and convincing them that it is time to buy into these kind of products, even though they do have other student loan debt and buying a house on their mind. And then the final challenge that they want to overcome, potentially with innovation, is the disruption of the business model, which direct-to-consumer distribution could leave behind older insurers that aren't as advanced on the digital front as others. But innovation in their distribution channels could help them overcome that challenge in the future.
Jason, when we look at technological developments, is there anything in particular that you think could impact life insurers?
I don't think it'd be one thing in particular necessarily, but probably a combination of a handful of things. But in any regard, the main takeaway from the survey, I think, is the focus on improving the overall customer satisfaction, customer experience, get your consumers more engaged, whether it be with your agents, the underwriting process, claims process, all those types of different functional areas of life insurers. Consumers and members want to be able to interact and kind of know where they stand and where the process is. So having said that, IT systems is another main focal point of life annuity insurers. A lot of the products are obviously very long dated. You could have products still on your books that are 20, 30, possibly 40 years out. And at that time, you obviously had different IT systems and different operating systems that those policies were written on than they are today. So especially if you go through M&A and different types of acquisitions, and now you're acquiring all these different types of blocks, getting all their IT systems to be able to speak to one another efficiently is a main concern for life annuity insurers. Big data and cloud computing is a technology that they're starting to utilize in terms of more pinpointed marketing, as Kevin mentioned, specifically on the millennial generation who might have some different ways or ideas on how to actually interact with the life insurance company and agents. So insurers are focused on keeping those types of consumers engaged and getting them as clients. I would note of the 4 main segments, PC, life, health, and reinsurance, life annuity insurers did have the largest proportion of companies that allocated 6 to 10% of their operating budget to innovation. So insurers do understand the critical need for innovation, and they are starting to put their dollars behind those types of initiatives.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Kevin. You can find the full report online at ambest.com. For AM Best TV, I'm John Weber.